channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Rina and welcome. In today's video I'm going to choose my TBR for September with you guys. Normally I do it myself and just pick out some books I want to read in that month, but today we're going to do it a little bit differently. On the side of me, beside me, I have the books that are on my fall TBR. So I'll want to read all of them in the month of like September, October, November. But I also have my TBR card next to me with the books I haven't read yet but I want to read in the future. So what you're going to do is I'm going to go to a website. I found a website where you can like spin a wheel. I will show it. I'll try to show it. And then it says a TBR prompt and I have to choose a book for it. So I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to try mainly focus on the books that I have on my TBR for like the fall, but I will also pick books from my TBR card. There is one book though I will definitely be putting on my TBR for September, and that is this book, Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. I've been wanting to read for a long while and I just got into a fantasy mood lately, so I'm currently reading it, but I do want to put it on my TBR for September. So this one is already on my TBR, just so you guys know. Then I'm going to spin like the wheel, I think 5 times, and I have like 6 books on my TBR. I think that's a reasonable amount of books. So we're going to spin for the first time. Okay, one word title. I'm looking. I don't have. Oh, yes, I do. Going to look if I have more here. This also. And I think that's it because, okay. So we have 2 books we can choose from. The first one is Hamlet by Maggie O'Farrell. I've been wanting to read this book for a very long time. It's like a retelling of Hamlet. I don't know much about it, but I bought it because the author has like a good has written a lot of good books, and she is also the winner of the Women's Prize Fiction in 2020. And then the other book is A Variety by Colleen Hoover. I know Colleen Hoover is like a little bit more of a controversy nowadays, but I still want to read this book. It is the only book I have from her I haven't read yet, so it would be a waste if I never read this book if I have it in my bookshelf. And I've been wanting to read this, so I think I'm going to put this one on my TBR. It's also a very good book, I think, for this month. It's like a little bit of spooky. I don't know much about it, but I do know it's like a thriller kind of romance-ish. I don't know, but this is the first book to put on my TBR for the month of September. Then we're going to do it again. I really hope you guys can see it, because yeah, an ugly cover. Ooh, that's hard because I buy books because I like the covers. So I think I'm going to skip that one. Yeah, we're going to, because all of the covers I have I like, because otherwise I wouldn't have bought them. So we're going to do it another. That's a long one. Set in a fictional town or world. Oh. That's, I don't know. Yeah, obviously we have the fantasy books I have on my bookshelf. They're all set in fictional worlds. This one was real, I think. This one, I don't know. I think I'm just going to go with one of these books. So these are all fantasy kind of books. I think, so we have This Woven Kingdom by Tara Maffey. I started this a while back but never continued reading it, I don't know why. Then I have The Serpent and the Wings of the Night by Carissa Broadbent. This is a book in a duology, I think. Then we have Red Rising by Piers Brown. And of course, Ekatar by Sarah Chimes. I'm not going to do this one, I think. I think I'm going to go with Red Rising because I've been wanting to read this book for a while, and it's also something I want to read for a video, so that's perfect. So the second book, Red Rising by Piers Brown. Okay, then get another prompt. Another long one. Random author last name letter. I don't know. I don't understand actually. Or I'm just stupid, but I'm just going to get another prompt because I don't really get what they are saying. Sorry if my head is like shaking a lot. A book written with a great first sentence. Okay, so we have to look at all the books. Okay, I'm going to look at the books I have on my TBR and then I'll come back to you. So first of the books, I don't really have one that is speaking to me, so I'm going to look at the fantasy books. Okay, I think I found my book. It's another fantasy book. It's this one, The Serpent and the Wing of the Night. I'm going to read the first sentence. It says, "The king did not know that then his greatest love would also be his ruination, nor that either would come in the form of tiny, helpless human child." That sounds pretty good to me. So, the third book on my TBR for the month of September. Okay, so we just got our next book. So now we're going to get another prompt. Damn, that's a long one. Translated from a different language. Yeah, I don't have books like that. I'm very sure I don't. So I'm going to go with another one. Oh, I clicked already. I'm sorry. Okay. It's easy. No, okay. A place in the title. A place. No, I don't have a book with a place, I think. I'm looking. Nope, I don't have one, so we're going to do it again. I'm going to 2 more books, and after that my TBR is done. So I hope to get a romance book, because now I've only fantasy only books. A book that ends in an even number of pages. Okay. Now we have to look an even number of pages. I'm going to look at the books and then I'll come back to you. I'm going to try not to spoil myself while trying to look up the page count. So I got 3 books, I think. I'm doubting if they're but I do think they are the like the, yes, so these are the books that end in even numbers. Are these three. So Bride by Ali Hazelwood, Normal People by Sally Rooney, and None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. I'm not gonna do this one, but I'm doubting between these two. This will be a reread because I read it when I started reading, but I wanted to read it again because at the time I didn't really like it, but I want to see how my mind maybe has changed over the years in reading. But I do think I'm going with Bride by Ali Hazelwood because it's still like the fall vibe, but also like a romance, and I've been really wanting to read it. So I'm going to go with Bride by Ali Hazelwood. Okay, then the last one. Let's see. This is definitely the one I'm going to pick and put on the TBR. So, a popular book. I mean, a lot of these books are popular. I mean, all of these books. I don't know if I can count this. I don't know. I think all of these are pretty popular, and I think this one too. But you know what? I'm going to put Woven Kingdom on the TBR just because. Yeah, we're going to do it. Okay, then we're going to take a look at the TBR for September. So, first off, we have, I'm going to go and see and try to remember. Okay, first off, we have Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. This is one I didn't choose with a prompt, but definitely will be reading in the month of September, and still are already reading in the month of August. So that's the first one. Then we have This Woven Kingdom by Tara Muffy for a popular book. Then we have Bride with, for the prompt, an even amount of page numbers. Then we have Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I forgot for what prompt this was. I'm going to put it in the video. So this one. Then Variety, I don't know how you need to spell it, by Colleen Hoover, which is one word in the title. And then The Serpent of the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent for first really good sentence. So yeah, we've got, going to put it like this. We've got quite some good books on here. Very excited. A lot of books I'm very excited to read also. Obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have bought them. And at the end of the month, we'll see how many books of these six books I have read at the end of the month. I'm very curious to see. And if I have maybe read other books, or maybe have not read any of these books, because that's also a possibility. So yeah, we're going to see. I'm very interested to see how many books I will be able to read, because I have like 2 really thick books. I've got a lot of fantasy on here. We have like 3 fantasy books. No, 4. 4 fantasy books and 2 like not really fantasy books. So yeah, very excited, and thank you for watching in today's video. Let me know which book you really want to read in the month of September. And if you've come this far in the video and watched till the end of the video, comment down a pumpkin emoji in the comments. See you next time. Bye!